All right, guys. So, here's number one question. Then what we're dealing with today, we're looking at converting fractions to decimal. And so we're looking at the easiest way of converting fractions to decimal. In former class, we looked at fractions, right? We talked about the three kinds of fraction. We talked about the proper fraction, the improper fraction, and the what? And the mixed fraction. We're looking at the number one question. This is our number one question. It says we should reduce 16. Look at it here. We should reduce 16 over 24 to its lowest term and convert to decimal, right? So let's start by reducing it to its lowest term, like as I taught you in class today. So we have 16 over 24. So we're going to ask ourselves a question, and the question is, what number can I use to divide 16 without remainder? That same number, I will divide it with 24, right? And we said the lowest number to divide with is 2, right? So I'm using 2 to divide 16 and also using same 2 to divide 24, right? So if we use 2 to divide 16, I showed you how to do it. Since this 2 is our dividing number, we're going to put 2 dots here as the 2. And so we're going to count 16 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? And then we'll begin to stroke them out. So let's stroke them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means that if 16 divides 2, we're going to get 8, right? I'm going to clean that one off. So if we use 16, take it back, we have 16 and 24. So 16, 2 go into 16 gave us an 8. If you use the same method to use 2 to divide 24, you're going to get a 12 using that same method. But this is not the lowest term. We can still divide further. And what number can we use to divide 8 and 12 at the same time without remainder? That number is what? Is 2. We can use 2 to divide. Such that if we use 2 to divide 8, we're going to get a 4. Right? And also if we use 2 to divide 12, we're going to get what? We're going to get a 6. And that's not all. We're still asking, what number do I need to use to divide 4 and divide 6 without remainder? And the same number is what? Is 2. 2 will divide both. The smallest number that can divide is 2. So if I use 2 to divide 2 into 4, we're going to get a what? We're going to get a 2. Right? And then this 2 into 6, 2 into 6 to divide by 6 give us a what? Gives us a 3. This is to their lowest term, right? So you see that we have brought 16 over 24 by using 2 to divide 16. We got, look at it, 2 into 16, we got a what? We got an 8. And the same 2 divide 24, we got a 12. If you take the same step, 2 divide by 8, you're going to get a what? 4. The same 2 into 12, we're going to get a what? 6. The same 2 into 4, we're going to get a what? A 2. And the same 2 into 6 gave us a what? A 3. So this was into their lowest term. As it stands, no same number can divide 2 and 3 without a remainder. So we have successfully divided this guy from this high number into this small number. You can see that we have reduced it from the bulky number here, from 16 over 24, using 2 as a template to divide both of them to get what? To get 2 over 3. So you could see now that we've successfully reduced it from 16 over 24 into 2 over 3. The next thing says, hence, convert to decimal. We have to convert this number into decimal. That is this number, to convert it into decimal. This reduced number we have here, we want to convert it to decimal. And how do we do that? How do we convert it to decimal? Let's look at it in the next slide. So in the first one, we reduced 16 over 24 into what? 2 over 3. Now we are converting 2 over 3 into what? Into decimal. So how do we do it? I said we're going to use a long division method. We have a method called the long division method, whereby you open a line like this, like so. The denominator 3, this 3 will come here, put the 3 here, and the 2 will go inside. The 2 will come here, right? Put the 2 here. That's how it works. So at every point, you should know where 3 belongs. The one denominator comes out, is 3, and the numerator goes in, which is 2. Now look at the number inside this 2. 2 cannot divide 3. If you put the 2 inside this ring, you see that it's just 2. It's not complete. One is missing here, right? So you have to complete it for us to fully stroke it out. So one is missing here. At this point, what do? We're going to put a 0 point up and then put a what? Put a 0 here, such that this number inside is now 20. Instead of 2, we're going to count 20 using this template. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, now we have 20. If there are remainders, just take your eyes off the remainder, right? This remainder value, we don't need them. Just stroke them out. We don't need them. So what we're going to do is to count the numbers that are complete. Let's look at the numbers that are complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 20 divided by 3 give us a what? Give us a 6. That's the first step, right? The next step is that we're going to use this 6 to multiply 3. And it's not far, the answer is still there. Next, step 2 is to do 6 times 3. And what is 6 times 3? It means count 6 or count 3 6 times, right? Either you do 6 times 3 or 3 times 6. It's either you count 6 3 times or you count 3 6 times. I said it's either you count 3 6 times or you count 6 3 times, right? So let's try both of them. Let's count 6 3 times. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we are multiplying them, we'll count everything together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 6 times 3 give us 18. What we do, we'll multiply 6 times 3. The 18, we'll put it underneath here, 18, and then rule a line. Then we subtract. Next, we'll do 20 minus 18. Let's count 20 and subtract 18 from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's take out 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's count the rest. The rest, one remaining is 1, 2. When we do 20 minus 18, the answer gave us a 2. Now, when we get a 2 underneath, take your eyes off this one. We don't need this one again. Our major focus is between these two now. All right, we don't need this guy again. We just need this number here. This is our major focus. What do? We're going to use 3 to divide 2 again. It cannot go, fortunately. So remember, this 3 is our measuring line. So I come here and put my measuring line just what I did with the first one. So I'll just take this guy out. Our measuring line again, we have that. So 3 divided by 2, put your 2, 1, 2. Fortunately, we cannot divide by 2. So since there is a 0 point here, we'll put a 0 here. 3 divided by 20, we'll continue to get 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Remember, we said we don't consider this guy, this remaining number, we don't consider it, but it's there. So since we are dividing 20 by 3, we stroke them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can say 20 divided by 3 is what? Is 6. What do we do next? Follow the same pattern. 6 times 3. We'll do that here, give us what? 18. So we'll fix it here, 18. And then we'll subtract, rule a line. Like we did, 20 minus 18 will give us a 2. When we get to this phase, take your eyes off this guy. We're done with this guy. We are now here. Come back again, the same thing. 3 divided by 2 cannot go, right? I will say 2 divided by 3, sorry. 2 divided by 3 cannot work. So we'll say 2 divided by 3, right? We'll come back again and do the same thing. 2 divided by 3, can it go? Put your 2 inside. You see that it's not complete, so we can't divide. So what do we do? Since there is a 0 point here, we'll fix our 0 here. Now we'll complete it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This extra, we don't need it, but it's there. So let's count how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see it's 6. We divided that, we got a 6. Next, 6 times 3. And 6 multiplies 3. What do we have? We're going to get an 18. Then you subtract, you get 2. And if you watch, it's a recurring process. So what I advise, this is our final answer. Our final answer is the number on top here, this number. What I advise is that when we get to that recurring number, we just pick the first 2 numbers after the decimal point. So that 16 over 24 is reduced towards 2 over 3. And 2 over 3 is converted to 0.666 towards to infinity. However, we can leave 2 over 3 as what? 0.66 is our final answer. So, successfully reduce 16 over 24 into 2 over 3 and 2 over 3 into what? Into 0.66. Let's take one other question to buttress our understanding on how to do long division method. See you in the next video, guys. Thank you.